Today we are reviewing The Girl Next Door. This book is about as extreme horror as you can get. It is unfortunately based on the real life torture of a young girl in the 50s. I believe her name was Sylvia. She's tortured by her aunt, and then this is Jack Ketchum's fictionalized, but based on a true story, story about David. He's the main character, the protagonist. He is going over to hang out with the people and the kids over at the girls next door's house. Ruth is the aunt, and then just Meg is the name of the girl being tortured. Her and her sister basically are living there as adoption. Their parents aren't around. And throughout the story you see, you learn some of the emotions of the characters, their backstories. They're just goofy kids. They're playing the game. And it very quickly turns into a very ruthless and extremely unfortunate circumstances for the neighbor girl. And David is not participating in the activities, but I mean, he's witnessing. So there's a couple of scenes of him, contemplating his morality. He's not exactly doing any torture, but he's not exactly doing anything to stop it. A lot of people hear a book about a child being tortured and just utterly desecrated, like humanity removed, and it's like, what the fuck are you reading? But it's not gratuitous in any way. It's written very well, and just of perspective of a child, telling his accounts of it, and his unease. What does an 11-year-old do in a situation like that? You can kind of understand it. But this book is famous for the reason it is. It's a pretty telltale work in the extreme horror genre. Unfortunately, it is based on a real life event. It shows the real horrors of the world that we live in. I read this book pretty fast. If you're in any kind of extreme horror space, or just that kind of thing, and looking for, we all know how those books are written, but this is one you have to read. That's why I have it. Definitely, obviously, a very disturbing book. Not much positivity and happiness, and hope is not a word that you could put on any the main plot of this. And the ending, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the ending is, there's just tragedy, if you couldn't guess. And you see David and his journey through experiencing it and being there, and his opposition and his conflicts, and then obviously just it comes to an end. And overall, a pretty good story. This is, like I said, about the best you can get from this. It's not meant to gross out. It's meant to just be a perspective piece of a unfortunate real life event. A lot of evil in this world, and this book written to convey that in a fictionalized perspective, and it's written almost impeccably perfect. The prose and but anyways, The Girl Next Door, I'll go 4 out of 5 stars. It's a pretty damn good book. Bought this. Look at this. This is fresh. So, when they're like that, they're sold a bunch of copies. I'll read another one on the back. Someone else's. Here we go. Afraid Magazine says, realism is what makes this novel so terrifying. The monsters are human, and all the more horrifying for it. And one more. This is by Fangoria. Just when you think the worst has already happened, Jack Ketchum goes yet another shock further. Maybe these, the way I'm talking about it, and these on the back. So, it's really, you can look up what the real case is about, or just read the plot for your own. But The Girl Next Door, very sad, disturbing, unfortunate story. And, added it to my list. Definitely one of the more epitomes of extreme horror. It's not going to get more greatly written than this.